Okay, so what I've now done is I've separated all of the gatherings of the text block into separate bags, and with each is a label illustrating which pages are present. So in this particular case, we've got, because this book has two titles, the A illustrates the first works. This is pages 49 through 72 of the first work, and then so on through until you get to the second work, which I've noted with a B here. So basically the whole book, the whole text block, is here put away. So before I actually start work on those, I'm going to do, and this is going to be quite a close-up, but I wanted to illustrate the method, which I freely admit, this is my own sort of amateur method. I'm sure there are real sort of best practices for how to sew a text block. But this is a method I've come up with that I think will work as well with the other methods that I have for how I've been putting boards on text blocks and just restoring books generally. So I should emphasize, these pages do not come from the book they're restoring. They're from a binder's copy, but they're, you know, of a similar-ish age, I guess. And what I've done is I've folded them down the middle. Now, I should emphasize there's a total of 6 pieces of paper here. So, in effect, if I just zoom out for a second, there we go. This would, in effect, represent, I guess, 24 printed pages, 4 to each piece of paper here that's folded. So, what I've done is, now that we have these sort of 6 sheets, I'm going to ease up a little bit more. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I won't need to do this really for the book because we already kind of know where the raised bands were. But I'm just going to, for the purposes of illustration, mark on here, just with a pen, where each of the bands are going to be, like so. All right. Now what I have is I have the needle with a very large eye that you can see, and I've threaded it with a bit of cotton. But the first thing I'm going to do before sewing anything is make sure that we have holes in each of the 6 locations that I've just marked. So, and I freely admit I'm probably going to stab myself here, so please do be careful as you do this. One there. Clearly the pen didn't fully work, but it's left an indentation here and there, so you can see where the... Okay. There we go. So we now have those holes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the left, and I'm going to sew in and out, coming down through to the middle of this gathering. So basically I'll be going through all 6 pages. Then as I come back up, I'm going to be going through just 3 of the 6. So what that's going to do is put an alternative weave halfway through. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to just tie a simple slip knot, literally just once over, like this. Now, the rule I'm going to follow is that I want, whenever I do a knot like this, and I'm going to do it this way up, there we go. I always want the knot to be on, if you like, the book side, like that. The book side. All right. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to is I'm going to go all the way through the first hole that I've made. Like so. And I'm going to come back through the second. Now I'm going to do another slip knot, but this time, again, I want to make sure that the slip knot is book side, like so. So, I'm going to loop that over there like that. And just to make life easier on myself, I just got a little hook here. I'm just going to hold it like this, because this needs to be pulled in quite tight. So, and I want the knot to be in the right place. So I want to put in quite a bit of tension here. There we go, like that. We're going to do the same thing at the next. Notice I'm staying outside the weave here. Again, use my little hook. Now I go into the text block. Back out the text block. Apologies if this drifts out of view every now and then. There's my hole, there it is. Tighten it up. Again, do a slip. Now you could argue, why am I bothering to do a slip? Can't I just go once around the metal and be done with it? The answer is I just want an extra bit of friction, so if and when this thread starts to wear, which it will do, even if it's in 100 years' time, I want the natural friction of the thread interacting with the fabric and the glue that I'm going to be adding here to still keep the text block together, and that's helped if you just have a little back in. Back out. Oops, don't want to get the board caught. Didn't want to do that. There we go. Again, just a slip around the last one here. Again, tighten her up. You want quite a strong thread here, so for doing this. Now what I'm going to do is head back, doing the opposite weave. And this time I'll only be going through 3 pages. So I'm going to stay outside for this one. Like so. Again, I use my hook. Now I go in 1, 2, 3. Oops. I've got a little knot in there I didn't want, but never mind. I'm going to stay outside, same thing. Again, this is where I wish I'd been some kind of medical doctor or something. I'd be far better at this than I clearly am. Or a tailor. That would have worked too. Okay. So then what we have, I open this in the middle. There we go, yeah. Difficult to see a little bit, but you can see the thread there, there. 3 pages in, and you could do this basically looking, it wouldn't matter what side you looked. Wouldn't matter what side you looked at this from.
I got 3 pages?
Let's have a look. Where's my thread? Ah, there it is. So, I did 4 instead of 3. So, what we end up with is 2 different weaves. And at the end of the day, what we're going to be able to do is bed all these threads at the back here with fabric and lots of glue, and it'll all just assemble together into a text block. But that's the basic method. No claims it's completely professional, but I think it will get the job done.